Hi mommy, welcome to Ab Camp 3 workout today. All you need for this workout is your yoga mat and a heavy weight. If you don't have a heavy weight, I'm using 20 pounds for example today, just use 2 of your medium weights and grasp them together in a cross position. We'll be using them for our dumbbell side bends today. I want you to get started in a split squat position and lower down. We're going to fill up the lungs and the belly with a big inhale. And then using your hands, put this on the pelvic floor in the front and the back. And on the exhale, we're going to draw up. You're going to feel a slight clenching on the pelvic floor. Now completely relax. Keep the hands there. Inhale, large belly, and exhale. Even shut your eyes if that helps. Feel the pelvic floor lift and squeeze, and then completely relax. Inhale, and exhale. Big belly breath in. Exhale. On your exhale, you are grabbing a grape and you're lifting it up and holding it inside of you. Hold, hold, hold. Now completely relax the pelvic floor. Same thing. Front legs is getting replaced with the opposite leg. Coming down into your split squat. Taking our hands, big belly breath in. And exhale. Inhale in, completely relax, and exhale. And relax. Big breath. And draw in and up, pulling the vaginal floor farther away from your mat. It's such a small movement. Inhale in, and exhale. Using these fingertips just allows us to make a better mind-muscle connection so that when you later on progress to inhale and exhale to jumping squats or side-to-side hops or any other plyometric movement that you know how to engage properly because you felt it. You've improved your proprioception. We're going to do explosive squats coming up to tiptoes. So we're not actually leaving the mat. What we're doing is we're preparing for box hops or eventually jump squats someday. As you stand up, I want you to now clench the pelvic floor, clench the anus, and squeeze the glutes. Up to tiptoes, as if you're going to jump, but you don't. You stop at the tiptoe. Strong, explosive squats. Squeezing the anus, not allowing gas to pass. It's going to help you not have incontinence as your activity level continues to increase and get harder after the 12-week post-pregnancy plan. Rest it out, ladies. Next we are going into soldier marching. Straight legs, alternate hand, alternate leg. Using the low abs to lift your leg up. Leg is only going to come as high as you're not bending the back to do this number. I don't want to see that. Just a slight arch in the back. And then exploring the full range of motion of your hip flexors. This automatically demands the entire abdominal wall is turned on. Next exercise is quite intense and challenging, but it is going to translate perfectly for you ladies who enjoy swimming or hiking, running, biking. All lower body exercises that require endurance of the hip flexors and the abs. Stationary on one leg, pull the knee up nice and high. Now we're going to be kicking it out for half of the interval. So for 25 seconds here. You're imagining a soccer ball. And the top of your shoelaces are hitting the soccer ball. It's going away from you, and this soccer ball is strung up on a string that's hanging from your ceiling. It just keeps coming back. And 6, 5, 4, we're going to switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Same thing, other side. Knee high, toes are wide, and you are hitting that soccer ball. We're going to have superior pelvic stability. Most women have instability. Postpartum, you're going to have a really strong pelvis, so that when you go jogging, that you're not having hip dip, that your pelvis can stay stable, even when you're on one leg from one foot to the next, the entire run. On the wall, coming over into oblique crunches. I really want you to ensure that your body is parallel with the floor. This isn't doing as much for you. This is good. This is next level. And since we're on Ab Camp 3, we are going next level. Shortening the distance between your elbow and your outer knee. Keep it up, ladies. Get that leg higher. We don't want the front of your body looking at the thigh. I don't want this going on. Just side body. Do same thing other side. Laurel's going to town on this rattle over here. So with my first baby, I would have been more of a germaphobe. At the grocery store, at playgrounds, on the ground. I certainly would not have put my baby down on the mat like this. And now, 4 babies in, I see that it gives them a strong immune system. My kids rarely get sick. And I think she's healthy, so hopefully you're sparing me any judgment right now for having her down here on the mat and on the deck. Get that leg a little higher. I know it wants to drop down. All right, ladies, back to straight leg soldier marching. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep in mind the arm out here, this isn't actually part of the exercise. You could have no hands and me doing it the same. Okay, but what I have found is that one-on-one with someone, when you give them a point to go for, they will go higher when they have a goal. So you're at home setting a goal for yourself and doing your best to reach it. If you find that the knee is bending, and you're looking more like this, tighten the quadriceps. Thanks to reciprocal inhibition, this will help loosen up the hamstrings so you can be more flexible in the hamstrings if those quads are tight and turned on. I always find too that the second time I go through this, I have a greater range of motion in my hamstrings too. Single leg pulse kicks. Balancing on one leg here. Getting ready for it. Bring me up a little bit higher. You're knocking that soccer ball away from you. Something we always do for the kids. We don't have a tee for t-ball, so we usually hang a wiffle ball in the garage with a string so that they can practice with a bat at their batting. And the last time we did that was for Riker, and then we did it for Ava. Ava had a little less coordination than Riker. She ended up hitting the ball switch into the window of their garage and just breaking some of the ornamental plastic. So it didn't break the glass, but it broke the ornamental plastic. So word of the wise, I now need to remember how to place the child in the garage so that they don't whack the ball towards the window. But it's a great way to learn, and it's kind of fun and good indoor activity for when weather's bad. Okay, this one is really tough for me. I hope it is tough for you too. Getting our body parallel and ready for our pulses, oblique pulses. Straight leg. There's a wire, a rope between your elbow and your knee, and we're shortening it, and making sure that the body doesn't collapse down like this, nor are we putting the top of our torso towards our leg. It's all side body action right here. Farther down your wall, the harder this will be. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, same thing. Other side. This is a double whammy here. After we exhaust your obliques in this position against gravity, next we're going to add our weights and do standing dumbbell side bends. I'm confident you'll actually be able to see more tone in your abs immediately after doing this workout. Mostly because inflammation, right? Water is going to rush to the area of damaged muscles, cause localized inflammation, which in this case is a good thing, to facilitate muscle recovery and repair so they can grow back tighter and more compact than before. Standing dumbbell side bends. Starting with legs narrow, otherwise you'll hit the weight against your leg. Come all the way down, and then pulling up strong to center. I like to do my exhale on the way up. So it'll be inhale, quick little exhale. What I don't want to see you doing is wasting time in the dead space, so I don't want you coming all the way up here. That's not doing anything more for you. Come up to center. Lengthen the side body and clench. I want you to put a hand right here. Feel the tension. Apply pressure. That's what we're squeezing. Same thing other side, ladies. Inhale on the way down. Quick little exhale coming up. So something I want to talk to you about is called vaginismus. And this happens to almost all women at some point in life due to different circumstances. It could have been something when you were younger, if you did gymnastics and you fell on a balance beam or high bar on the center of your bike. Maybe you got stuck on the fence as a child and it caused trauma in the vagina area. Or it could have been something later on in life that caused trauma. But most likely, after having a baby, this was your reason. If you have it right now, extend all the way down, is vaginismus will feel like your vagina is short and narrow, as if there's a wall inside in which when you have penetration, nothing can go all the way in. So you'll have difficulty and pain inserting a period cup or tampon or anything else. And I want you to know that this is common, but it's not normal. It's nothing that you should have to live with. So our vagina has a sphincter, just like the anus does. A sphincter is something that's strong, that generally keeps things in, but you can also bear down and press things out of. In the vaginal sphincter, if you picture legs splayed open, it looks like a teardrop, okay? With the clitoris at the top, urethra in the center, vagina down at the bottom, and that can either clench to keep things in a bit, or it can bear down to help allow things to release. Other side. In 3, 2, 1. And this vaginal sphincter is called the bulbocavernosus. And you can learn to control it. So if you are having trouble with vaginismus and you feel like you have a wall inside your vagina, then there's a stretch I'm going to show you at the end in which you can use a mirror on your own time in private when no one's going to walk in on you and practice bearing down just gently so you can see how it looks when it will cause an opening in the vagina so that it will not be painful during insertion, when something goes in, or when something goes out. All right, ladies, wall plank. Get a good amount of space here. I'm gonna try not to kick Laurel. And I want you to go into a posterior pelvic tilt, so glutes are going to tighten and then get fairly low on your wall with full arms here to support you. We aren't digging into the wrist, nor are we pushing in with the elbows. It's really a full forearm contact movement. You're only on your toes, but your heels are actively pushing away from you. Your glutes are tight. Your abdominal wall is turned on and activated. As if someone were going to karate chop you, your abs are ready. They're strong and ready, prepared for it. Good. Next on the mat, I'm going into bear crawl shoulder taps. I'm going to show you from the front. Again, posterior pelvic tilt, okay? Knees are staying nice and close to the mat. Removing one hand is not going to change the angle of your clavicle. It's going to stay steady and pelvis stays steady. So we're keeping upper body as stationary as possible. If you were balancing a glass cup of water, I would want it to stay still, and you're trying not to spill it. Knees are hovering over the mat. Glutes are staying low, not pushing up like this. I don't want to see any of that. And get that down. Ladies, you may just see this girl sit up on her own for the first time ever. That'd be so exciting. We're going into bear crawl. She's almost there. Oh, we're all getting stronger. Laurel, she can sit for a little bit. Going forward, ladies. Knees are staying close to the mat. But she often falls down from a seated position, even if I put a pillow or something in front of her. But I have never seen her go from belly or back to seated. We're almost there. You do not need to synchronize which arm moves with which leg. The key here is keeping the pelvis tucked in a posterior pelvic tilt, which is going to do so naturally because I have your knees so close to the mat. It's helping train your body so that you can control intra-abdominal pressure and that your rectus abdominis will be able to really plug in and hold up your internal organs, your intestines, your stomach, your gut. We're going to lean down on an inhale and exhale. These are straight leg windshield wipers. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Pelvis is going to press firmly down into the mat. Do a self-check right now. What I don't want to see are the legs pouring over your face. That's too easy, okay? We want 90 degrees or 100 degrees between your quads and the stomach. Inhale. Exhale. Hollow body hold. This is the hardest exercise of Ab Camp 3. So I want you to do what you can. We're going to start in tabletop position, and then you'll slightly lift your head so that you can see what's going on with your stomach, and then increase the angle from 90 degrees to 100 to 115 and hold. Keep an eye on your abdomen. What we want to avoid is coning. We don't want the stomach to come to a pointy triangle in the center. If it does, you're going to pull these legs back, okay? That means you're not ready for that amount of extension yet. If you see coning, I want you to work on your breathing. Think about pulling the abdomen more internally, and then also pressing the low back down to your mat a bit. This is hollow body hold, ladies. Shoulder blades are just a little bit off the floor. We are not straining the neck. We're going to gaze at the stomach. Take a look at your stomach. I want to see some center line here. Back to bear crawl with shoulder taps. Posterior pelvic tilt. Knees are nice and low. Fingers are wide, and we're tapping. You are a mama gorilla. There's a baby gorilla on your back, and she's not so good at holding on yet. So you're staying nice and steady. As you pick grass and you pull it up to eat it, you're not going to let her fall over. We're not doing this. I'm not a very sentimental person. I don't hold on to a lot of things. I'm not a hoarder, but something that does get me is when they grow out of my favorite baby clothes. Y'all, this is something I picked up at a thrift store, and she's going to grow out of it soon, but it is absolutely one of my most favorite. We're doing slow, deliberate bear crawl, and I'm already feeling sentimental about it not fitting anymore. Knees are hovering. They never hit the mat, but they are so close. Mm. 15 more seconds here, ladies. Oh, hello, abs. I feel you. On your back. Straight leg, windshield wipers. Inhale on your lower, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Somebody painted the back of your pelvis, and you're making the biggest indents, the biggest prints with the back of your pelvis every time. Swipe down your windshield wipers. Pull them back up to center. Shoulders are drilled into your mat. Last one, ladies. Hollow body hold. Here it is. I'm going to get my hair pulled soon. It's okay. As if postpartum hair loss isn't enough. It's just what I need. All right, we're in a hollow body hold here. Keeping an eye on the abdomen. Now notice there will be some clenching. I don't want you to get all worried if you see some clenching. Just like a bicep curl, your biceps muscles get larger when you squeeze them and turn them on. So do your abs. So if they look a little bit bigger in this position, that's okay. That's completely separate from coning appearance. Twenty more seconds here. Hello. Hello. I think you just want to come sit with mommy. You can totally still do this with baby, keeping those legs away from you. I might get some drip in my face, some spit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are done. All right, we are going to stretch it out. I should have log rolled to the side there, but no one's perfect, ladies. I want you in a crisscross body position. Inhale up, and we're going to exhale and allow your obliques to completely collapse down. If you have two hands right now and you're not holding a baby, you're going to take this other hand and put it down on your mat. And same thing other side. Inhale up and exhale. And take this a little bit further. You can put your hand down. For those of you that are extremely flexible in the side body position, you may even be able to drop your entire forearm down. This creates somewhat of a capital D, with this part being the straight part of the D, and here is the curve. So whatever suits you is what I want you to do, but I always want you improving yourself. And last stretch is the wide-legged butterfly. This is the one that is important for you to do at home with a mirror and on your bed or in a reclined position. I want wide-legged butterfly, and then you can prop yourself back on some pillows, or you can even just use your forearms. And then using a mirror, right now we're just stretching, just totally, completely relaxing the pelvic girdle and the pelvic floor. But on your own, you can practice noticing how to engage your bulbocavernosus sphincter, your muscles, and by bearing down just gently, and you can see how they'll help open up your vagina, so that when you have a gynecological exam, your next women's or pap smear, and an OB or gyno tells you to relax. And it's absurd because no woman can relax when her feet are in metal stirrups. You will actually know that, okay, I just need to bear down, and you can even ask her to tell you, just tell me when to bear down, and that will help allow you to open up so that it is less painful. Last thing is, if you are a breastfeeding mom, you are going to have higher hormone levels of prolactin and lower hormone levels of estrogen. Unfortunately, this isn't in our favor because low estrogen levels are going to make it so that you're quite dry down there, not as lubricated. Okay, so I can just add to the symptoms that we discussed before of vaginismus, and just something for you to be aware of. So anyways, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for joining Laurel and I. Bye.